Louisiana, a land of dark bayous, moss-draped trees, and chilling whispers from the past. In this video, we dive deep into 7 mysterious legends still haunting Louisiana, from restless spirits in forgotten swamps to eerie tales that refuse to fade. What truth lies beneath the folklore? Watch till the end to find out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more spine-chilling stories from the shadows. Number 1. The Honey Island Swamp Monster. Deep within the mist-choked waters of Louisiana's Honey Island Swamp, something stirs. Something not quite animal, not quite man. Locals whisper about a creature that stalks the bayou. 7 feet tall, covered in matted, dark fur, with piercing yellow eyes that cut through the fog like lanterns from hell. It walks onto legs, leaving behind 3-toed footprints, each nearly a foot long. Prints so large that no known beast could have made them. The first reported sighting came in the 1960s, when a pair of seasoned hunters, drifting down the swamp in their fog, saw something that would haunt them forever. One man raised his rifle, the other told him to lower it. "You don't shoot what you don't understand," he whispered. They left in silence, and never went back. They said the creature let out a guttural growl, something so low and primal it rattled their bones. Some say it's the spawn of a circus train wreck in the early 20th century, when exotic animals escaped and mated with local wildlife. Others claim it's a curse, an ancient guardian spirit of the swamp, punishing those who trespass where they shouldn't. Over the decades, dozens have reported seeing it looming in the trees, always half hidden, always watching. Livestock goes missing. Fishermen return pale and silent. Hunters find their trail cams smashed, their bait touched, but sometimes they find a single bloody print nearby. Despite all this, no one has captured it. No clear photo, no body, just tales and those prints. Some nights, the fog rolls in thicker than usual. The air turns still, and if you listen carefully, you might hear it. A low, rumbling growl, not quite animal, not quite human. If you do, turn around, because the Honey Island Swamp Monster doesn't warn twice. Number 2. The Gulf Merfolk, Marings. When the sun begins to fall beneath the Gulf waters,
Who's
the
there?
large horizon turns bruised and violent. Some fishermen refuse to cast their lines. They say that's when the Marings rise. Known in whispered folklore as Gulf Merfolk, these are no fairy tale mermaids. They are beautiful and brutal, half human, half fish, with shimmering eyes that hold both sorrow and seduction. Some say they save the drowning, their gentle hands lifting you to the surface. Others say they pull you down, singing softly as your lungs fill with salt. These creatures are bound to the tides and the storms. Many believe they appear just before disasters, hurricanes, shipwrecks, or mysterious drownings. Some sailors claim that hearing their song on the wind is a warning of death. Others have followed the melody and were never seen again. There is a tale of a shrimp boat captain, hard and skeptical, who once rescued a strange girl drifting near Grand Isle. Long black hair, salt white skin, no memory of where she came from. He fed her, sheltered her. By the 3rd night, his men heard her singing below deck. By morning, the boat was adrift, everyone gone. Only a soaked journal remained, scribbled in the captain's hand. "She isn't what I thought. She came from the storm. She brought it with her." Local folklore says the Marings aren't evil, just ancient. They guard the sea's balance, and if a greedy soul takes too much from the water, they take something in return. To this day, some claim to hear singing near the oil rigs. Others report shadowy figures in the waves, eyes reflecting the moonlight, watching, waiting. So if you're out on the Gulf at twilight and you hear a melody drifting over the water, don't listen, don't follow it, because the Marings don't sing to be heard, they sing to lure. Number 3. Cauchemar, the ghost that sits on your chest. When night falls over Louisiana's bayous, some homes keep their lights burning all night, not out of fear of thieves, but out of fear of Cauchemar. In Cajun folklore, Cauchemar isn't just a bad dream, it's a real spirit, lurking in the shadows, waiting for you to drift into deep sleep. They say it takes the form of a dark, mist-like figure, and once you're asleep, it sits on your chest, pinning you down in a frozen, silent terror. Those who felt it say they wake up with a crushing pressure on their chest, their heart pounding as if ready to burst, eyes wide open but their body paralyzed. Some report seeing glowing eyes in the ceiling corner, or whispers in an ancient tongue brushing against their ears. But they can't move, can't scream, just lie there, trapped. But Cauchemar doesn't come to just anyone. According to legend, it targets liars, oath breakers, and those who live without conscience. It doesn't kill, it haunts, night after night, until you're afraid to sleep, until you start dreaming of your own death. Old Cajuns pass down protection rituals. Sprinkle salt around your bed, place a broom upside down by the door, and most importantly, keep your promises, because once Cauchemar chooses you, nothing but
always
true
be here
repentance can
for
make it
you.
leave. One man once confessed to a priest that he'd cheated on
Trust
his
me.
wife for years. After that, every night,
I'll
Poshmore
never leave.
visited him, crushing, suffocating, paralyzing. He slept sitting up, he prayed, he salted the windows. Nothing worked, until he visited his wife's grave and begged for forgiveness. That
I'll
night,
be
for the first
there
time in
for
months,
you.
no visit. But not everyone gets a second
I
chance. If you ever wake at
promise
3 a.m.
I
gasping for air,
won't
unable to move,
leave.
a heavy shadow pressing down on your chest, ask yourself, what truth are you hiding? What promises have you broken? Because Poshmore never forgets, and it never forgives without reason. Number 4. Parlangua, the serpent of the basin. In the misty waters of Louisiana's Ashpala Basin, where cypress trees rise like ancient guardians, and the air is thick with secrets, something massive stirs beneath the surface, something that was never meant to be seen. They call it Parlangua. The name is whispered by Cajun fishermen, passed down through generations like a prayer, or a warning. No one knows where it came from. Some say it's a spirit from Native American legend. Others believe it's an ancient beast awakened by man's intrusion into the swamp. But all agree on one thing: it is real. Parlangua is said to be serpentine, colossal, its body coiled like a sunken tree trunk, scales dark as oil, and eyes the size of lanterns. It moves without sound, without ripples, until it's too late. Boats vanish, nets come back shredded. Sometimes, all that's left behind is a distant splash, or a scream swallowed by fog. Survivors describe the same horror: a churning weight, a sudden pull, then silence. It doesn't kill for food, they say. It kills for territory, for vengeance. It's the guardian of a world humans were never meant to trespass. One tale tells of a group of poachers who shot a white alligator, considered sacred by local tribes. That night, their boat was found capsized, their rifles snapped in half, and no bodies recovered. Locals didn't search, they knew better. The basin is home to many creatures, but Parlangua is the king beneath the lily pads. It strikes when the moon is thin, and the waters are still. If you hear bubbles rising, if you feel a vibration beneath your feet, it may already be too late. They say if you whisper its name into the swamp, it will answer with a ripple, or worse. So if you must venture into the heart of Achapalao, remember, you're the trespasser, and Parlangua never forgets. Number 5. Baron Samedi, the laughing gatekeeper of death. He stands at the threshold between life and death, tipping his hat with skeletal flair. Baron Samedi, the trickster, the gatekeeper, the laughing god of the grave. In the religion of Vodou, he is the spirit who watches the cemeteries, keeper of the dead and guardian of resurrection. But don't mistake his bones for coldness. Baron Samedi is flamboyant, tall top hat, dark glasses, a grin stretched across a painted skull. He smokes fat cigars, sips black rum, and dances like death is a joke he tells over and over again. To some, he is terrifying. To others, he is merciful. To everyone, he is not to be ignored. It is said that, when someone is close to death, Baron Samedi decides if the grave opens, he can save a life or claim it. He protects those who respect the dead and punishes those who desecrate the tombs, often in unpredictable, ironic ways. Many seek his favor, offering cigars, dark coffee, rum, even the scent of clove. But be warned, Baron Samedi is a deal maker, and his promises come with riddles. He might grant what you ask, but not in the way you hope. In New Orleans, stories swirl of people who danced with death and woke with a strange man in their hospital room, laughing, singing, his breath smelling of smoke and dirt. They say if you hear deep laughter in a graveyard at night, don't look back. It may not be meant for you, but if it is, he'll be smiling. Baron Samedi is not evil. He's ancient. He keeps the balance, watches the crossroads, and never leaves a soul forgotten. Some fear him, others toast to him, but all know, when Baron tips his hat, someone's time is up. Number 6. Rougarou, the Cajun curse of the bayou. In the twisted dark of Louisiana's backwoods, something howls when the moon is full. Something hungry, something cursed. They call it the Rougarou, a Cajun werewolf born not from bites, but from sin and broken oaths. Legend says the Rougarou is not a monster by choice. He, or she, was once human, but those who break sacred promises, defy Lent, or commit dark deeds under the bayou moon, may find their body twisting into something else. Muscles stretch, hair sprouts like wildfire, and the eyes burn red as fresh blood. The Rougarou hunts at night, prowling the edge of the swamps. Livestock vanish. Dogs whimper and refuse to go outside. The trees themselves seem to lean away when it passes. But there's one terrifying truth. The Rougarou knows who it once was. Trapped beneath the fur and fangs is a tormented soul. It avoids family, but watches from afar. Some say if you call its true name aloud, If you recognize the human it used to be, you can free it from the curse. Others warn that doing so means the curse will pass to you. Parents used to scare children straight with tales of the Rougarou. Lie, cheat, skip church, they'd whisper, and you'll wake up with claws. But this isn't just a morality tale. There are still sightings, strange footprints, eyes glowing in the reeds, howls that turn into sobs. The Rougarou is pain-made beast, guilt-made flesh, forever running from what it did and what it became. So if you're ever lost near the bayou, and hear rustling in the trees, don't run, don't scream, just whisper a name, if you dare, because you might be looking into the eyes of someone who once knew yours. Number 7. The Grunch. Little monsters of the outskirts. Deep in the shadowy edges of New Orleans, where streetlights flicker and trees curl like claws, locals whisper of the Grunch. Twisted, malformed creatures born from darkness or perhaps from man's own cruelty. They're not tall, not grand, but they are vicious. The Grunch are said to be small, hunched, with long fangs and glowing red eyes. Their skin is pale as bone. They move in packs, not quite animals, not quite human, and they are always watching, always hungry. Legends say they were once people, twisted by a curse, a failed experiment, or something worse, a community banished into the woods and left to rot. Over generations, their bodies bent and changed. Now, they are no longer part of the world, but the world often stumbles into theirs. Farmers have reported livestock drained of blood, their corpses left in strange spirals. Tourists who stray too far from Bourbon Street speak of shrill screeches, and eyes blinking in the underbrush. And sometimes, when someone disappears, the locals just shake their heads. The Grunch God. Some say the Grunch only attack those who break taboos, trespassers, liars, the selfish. Others say they attack because they hate what they used to be, human. If you're driving near the woods at night and your car suddenly stalls, don't get out. If you hear tapping on your window from something low to the ground, don't look, because the Grunch are fast. They are quiet, and they do not forget. Whatever they are, demon, mutant, cursed soul, they are real enough to fear. And if you ever find yourself too far from the lights of the city, you'll know you're on Grunch land now.
Thank you for watching. If you find this video interesting, please like it and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Join me in exploring more mysteries in the next videos. Goodbye and see you again.